I don't know if we're gonna regret this. Hey!
You want to do it?
Oh, it's so hard. Look at these. Great.
I like it.
Work.
Welcome back. Hopefully today we're going to be getting a few more things done on the van. Last week's video was a little bit overwhelming and it honestly felt like we were going backwards in productivity. What with the leaks and everything, it was just kind of discouraging at the end. But I think this week we're going to be getting a few more things done, and so right now we need to start dealing with the leak damage. It's not easy. There's a lot of space up there for you.
Yeah, I can sit cross-legged. This is so nice. It's comfortable. I think it's gonna be cozy. Eric redid this paneling on the front and it looks so nice. But now I want to redo this because it looks like trash. But are we gonna regret it? Are we taking on too big of a project?
I feel like as long as we can like slide it out and then
Use it as a stencil?
Yeah.
But if it falls
We want
apart,
to bring it. We want to take it out from like here because that's where the seams are.
there's a huge hole back
We
here.
don't
Like,
want any more
I don't know
seams.
how we're gonna paint or wallpaper with this, and it just looks so bad. But will we regret it? Stay tuned.
I just don't want to be like completely disintegrating this thing as we're taking it off.
Ugh.
Looks like it might.
We got it. Oh,
There we go. So it's not secured here anymore.
oh, that's good. At least we can just pull it out.
Slide it out.
It's a good sign. Ow, my neck is so sore. Hey, hey.
Through?
I think so.
Perfect.
Okay. Woo. Oh.
There's just so much space to work in here.
Oh, baby.
How's it looking?
A little bit moldy.
We were gonna regret this.
I don't know. It's possible.
Are you able to slide it?
I don't know. Shoot. It might be secured in.
On the bottom.
No? Oh. Oh. Oh.
It's coming.
Let's get this piece out first. I almost need to like slide that way.
Sure.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Hey.
Very nice.
Look at that. Okay. I'm glad we're doing this. Look how nasty this is.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So it smells like mold up here. It's probably because of this. It actually looks good. It just looks like this at one point leaked.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of gross and moldy. But I think if we clean it up, it's dry.
Okay.
It just looked like it did leak.
Which it did.
Yeah, which we knew. What's this down here? Worried about finding like a mouse or something in here. Okay, I think once we clean it up, redo this, it'll look a lot better.
Sounds good.
Not regretting it so far.
No, me neither.
Except my neck.
Yeah.
All right, get me out of here.
Okay. Those of you who have renovated things before, you know that there's always seems to be one thing that holds everything up. And so that's what I'm getting to right now is this wood. These are the new rails for the bed. The bed rails that were there you saw were really shaky and weak. So we ended up just pulling them out completely, and we found that there was not that much reinforcement inside either. So we reinforced the metal and everything, and now we've finally gotten to staining these boards, and it takes so long for it to dry that it's just been now holding everything up. We've been at a almost standstill because this is the next thing that needs to happen. So I'm finally putting them into the van.
Yeah, at least now a lot easier to put in with the wall gone.
I know, it's really nice.
Oh, it looks so nice.
Yeah, it looks really
wow, it
nice,
matches
eh?
so well with this. Oh, that's gonna look great.
All right, let's see how this goes here. I think it's got to go through this one. Holy crow, that's not going anywhere. That's not going anywhere.
So much nicer than it was
Pretty nice.
before.
Look at that, hey?
Woo!
Wow, that's seriously.
Thing of beauty.
That's literally pulling the entire van. I
Nice
like it.
work.
And now that that's in, we can put this in.
It's all coming together.
It's all starting to go.
This piece looks so crazy.
Looks
I'm so glad we could stencil it out. Otherwise, we would have had such a hard time cutting it properly.
I know.
You got it. Woo!
Oh yeah. Yeah, just push it.
Okay.
Very nice.
That didn't take too long.
That wasn't that bad at all, actually.
Looks great.
Looks so good.
Let's tack it in.
Let's do it. Good enough.
Why do you get so lazy right in the last second?
Because then I have to
That drives me crazy.
pull the whole nail.
Now there's
then
gonna
I
be
gotta do the
this.
whole thing.
What is that crap?
You want to do it?
Yeah, I do. I won't do that. So lazy.
Thank you. Good enough. So we've just run into a bit of block. We need to choose wallpaper.
Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard to find wallpaper. Help us.
The issue is that we're pretty much on a point where we have to stop construction because we need to get wallpaper.
Yeah, I know. And it's hard because we want to stick with a vintage style, but it turns out it's really hard to find old wallpaper that's not super tacky design. This might be one of my top faves so far, but it's really expensive, so not sure how I feel about it. It's kind of nice and light. This one's okay. I feel like it's a little bit too much for me. Now I've resorted to Facebook Marketplace and I'm looking at free wallpaper that people are offering. I'm getting really desperate.
It's going well.
No, stressful. My biggest concern is that we're gonna spend so much money and we're gonna get really frustrated setting it up and we're gonna just quit, or we're gonna not like it in a little bit and then it's like you spent $120, $150 and you don't like it. That sucks.
Yeah.
So I kind of rather buy like really cheap wallpaper and then if we hate it, we just paint over it.
And it's only like $10.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking on Facebook Marketplace now. So my job was supposed to be fixing the drawers and building new ones, but my dad got so excited about helping us with the build that he ended up doing it yesterday while I was gone. So let's check out how they turned out. Wow, these look awesome. Look at these. So much nicer. Wow, looks like he kept the bottoms and the fronts the exact same and just redid the sides. They need to be sanded a little bit, but otherwise they're looking really nice. I gotta get a couple new wheels for the other two, but these are looking awesome. So much better than they were before. That's awesome. Thanks, Dad. Okay, look how much better these drawers are. What? What? Okay, yeah. And they even latch in, so when we're driving, they don't fall out. I took out the knobs to paint them, but they are so much nicer than they were before. And my dad built us this amazing shelf in here. I don't know if you can see it, but he built us an extra shelf so that we can have kind of two levels to put all of our pots and pans. It essentially just quadrupled our space under our stove. So very excited about that.
So I feel like there's something that we should kind of mention here. If you've been watching van videos or vintage van videos in the last week, you'll know that the channel called The Travel Beans, they have a van just like Gord. And unfortunately, it went up in flames this past week. They were driving down the road and all of a sudden there was a fire coming from the passenger side. And luckily they got out and they're okay. It kind of made us nervous, as I'm sure it makes some of you nervous as well for us, potentially. But we have actually had electrical fire issues in the past with this van, and we've been assured that they have been fixed. All the dash has been replaced and everything, and we're trusting that that's gonna be okay. But I think we also just need to realize that anything can really happen, and our heart really does go out to the Travel Beans. Like, that really sucks. I don't really know what we would do. We were watching it and we were like, oh my goodness, like, I really hope that doesn't happen to us. But you know, there's just some things that you can't really predict, and we have a fire extinguisher on board, and we have all the proper insurance and everything. So yeah, I think I just wanted to mention that just in case some of you are also thinking that this week. I figured that should be just something we should mention.
Brooke, are you helping today? Huh, Prager's? Oh, you're so nice. What are you gonna do? You gonna sand something down? Okay, bye. Before we can actually paint and wallpaper, I have to sand down all the putty that I filled in all the holes with last week. So it's nice and dry now, but I actually have to sand it and make sure it's all nice and smooth for the finishing touches.
Start it up.
Yeah. So I think the funniest part about this entire van build is just how every project leads to like 10 other projects. Like yesterday I was sanding all the putty. Next thing I know, I'm taking off all the drawers and the cabinet doors to be able to spray paint the hinges and the knobs. Then I'm cleaning something, then I'm doing something else. It's like everything just leads to another thing, and I feel like I expected the whole van build to be more of a linear trajectory, but in reality it's just like all these projects happening simultaneously and kind of somewhat getting done in the day, and eventually hopefully they're all done. But just a lesson in yeah, being patient. That being said, we are back to sanding all of the putty I did yesterday in hopes of maybe priming this afternoon, so let's get going. I don't know why I always assume projects are going to take less time than they do, but this like putty and sanding is taking me way longer than I planned. Partly because I'm just a little bit of a perfectionist, but I'm kind of like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right, you know, and I'm going to fill in every hole. But also the previous owners clearly didn't really care too much about painting. And fair enough, it wasn't their full-time like home, so that's fine. But they just kind of like painted around a lot of things and didn't really properly tape. Some places there's just painting tape that's still just on stuff. So it's just taking me a while to scrape everything down, sand it, putty, and then sand again. We're pretty much ready to finally paint. So excited.
So I think you could probably tell in our first build video that we were a little bit overwhelmed and didn't really know what to expect when we were building this van. There's just been a lot of things that have gone wrong, and there's just so much to learn and do. And we also thought that when we were gonna build this van that it was just gonna be like, we're gonna do one thing all the way through and show you how that's done in each video kind of thing. And that's not really how it's been going. Now that we've realized that that's how it goes, it's been a lot less overwhelming, and now we're just getting really excited because things are actually just getting done and getting closer to the stage that we want them to be. How's it going, Sarah?
It's going great. I'm almost done priming, which means that in our next video we'll be painting and wallpapering and actually getting it move-in ready, which feels crazy. So I'm pumped.
So yeah, thanks so much for watching this video. Just be ready for next week because we are gonna be completing a lot of things. Woo-hoo! And we're so excited. So stay tuned, subscribe. We'll see you there.
Are you gonna have kittens in our van? Yeah?
I have a spectator. Boots.
Hey, Bootsy baby.
So many cats around here.